has to do?
1 sec. Are you serious?
Kanye West shoes in garbage.
From when? Since when?
Since he came out with the Ku Klux Klan outfit and he washed the car and all that
Oh,
stuff.
really? Okay, so you're not hip to what he said on the Cousins album.
I don't even want to know.
Are you sure?
Listen, Nisa, I'm positive. I don't want to know what he has to say.
This one is gonna blow you away.
I am not interested.
This is gonna absolutely blow you away.
Yeah. I won't. And trust me, I don't think he can surprise me.
Oh, he can definitely surprise you.
I don't know if he can.
On his new album,
Good album.
on his new song, Cousins,
Okay.
Kanye raps about finding dirty magazines, finding his mom's dirty magazines, him and his cousin, and then giving his cousin head.
Oh, no.
How did you guys not hear about this?
Somebody said that today. That you heard Kanye. Yeah, I heard someone was saying that today. I'm like, really? He said that?
Yeah.
That actually, I don't know. Did it actually happen, or is it just saying
Yeah,
that?
you wouldn't just say that. Who just says that?
I don't know.
He was like just describing. Okay, but this is what's interesting.
They just do things that shock value. Because it doesn't matter. It's not like the fans are never gonna meet them. You know what I'm saying? People aren't gonna really. So no one's gonna really question him about that actually happened, Kanye? Unless he says it in an interview or something. But I don't know. I feel like they can just say whatever they want.
My understanding is that it did happen, and he's talking about kind of like
Why bring
the
it up now,
effects of pornography, the negative effects of pornography on kids. At least that's what. Pardon me?
That's why he's bringing it up.
I think that's why he put it in the song.
I don't know what to say.
I know.
What about that?
I was blown away.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like when I read the tweet, I was completely blown away.
Power for Kanye. Power to who? Power towards who?
I guess just empowering the fact that happens often and nobody talks about it.
Well,
Or just
I never heard of that happening.
inappropriate stuff happening.
To
Get
all of my
in.
kids that we grew up with, we all found the magazines.
Yeah.
None of us practiced what they were doing. We seen that, we were like, oh well, hey. We were like, oh, let's try this. Let me see your thing. We weren't trying that.
Well, some kids were like that.
Exactly. Some.
Yeah. Well, you're speaking for those kids, I guess.
Well, more power to him. More power to him. You guys can continue listening to him.
I know.
Because
He does
I'm not
seem
listening
be
to
out
nothing he
shock
says.
us. He does seem to be out to shock us. And
Come on, man. That's all he's doing right now.
I was floored.
That's all he's doing. All he wants to do is shock people so that he can become relevant, so that he can become the conversation. I don't believe nothing that Kanye West says. I don't even believe that story.
I know, that's what Pete was questioning.
I don't even believe that story,
never
bro.
thought to me to question that, only because why would you say something like that unless it was true?
Come on.
If it's not true,
I don't believe
if
it.
it's not true,
I don't believe it.
because he named the cousin too. It's his cousin that's serving time in life in prison.
Wow.
That better be true. That can't be something he made up.
It's just so coincidental that the guy's serving life in prison too.
Huh.
Come on, man. Like, you need a movie? You want a movie to watch? Huh?
Yeah, right?
You
I'm not
think?
bored.
Hold on.
I'm not
Do you
bored.
think Kanye West is not smart? You're just grabbing it up, feeding it back to us.
Listen, I was blown away.
Pardon me?
I'm just saying, I was blown away. I was blown away by the revelation. And by the
No pun intended.
Oh.
I am not
I
surprised.
just don't see the reason and
Still.
the timing and everything. Why didn't he bring it up when the U2 thing was going on? Why is he bringing it up now?
When the what was going
The
on?
the Me
the
Too
Me Too
movement.
movement.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Should have brought it up those times. Why are you bringing it up now, guy?
It's not true. It's a story. It's a story that gains popularity.
I'd be so upset if it's a story to stir stuff up. That would be. Is that enough to say lock him up?
No.
He's doing what everybody else does.
Huh.
He's telling stories like everybody else.
She's allowed to tell stories.
You want to believe it, it's up to you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Whether you want to believe it
Yeah.
and repeat it back to us
Yeah.
is another thing. Because there's a whole lot of things going on in the world right now, Nisa. And you want to talk about Kanye West's story.
We're softballing.
You want to talk about Kanye West's story.
The first topic. That was a pretty... Listen, guys, that shook up the whole flipping hip-hop industry.
No, it didn't.
Sure it did.
No, it did not. No, it did not, Nisa. I didn't even know about it.
I'm blown away. I have no idea how you didn't know about it.
Stop saying that.
Sorry. I'm shocked.
What are we talking about here, Nisa?
I'm shocked. I don't know how you didn't hear about it.
Come on, man.
Sinner.
Kanye West is not at the top of my list of information.
Maybe it shook up the website, the webbies, not the streets.
Maybe. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's a cartoon. He's a cartoon.
That's social media.
Yeah, it's nonsense.
No? Just for attention? Shanon Sharpe. We're just starting
I heard
like...
about that too. Just heard about that today.
Well, the fact that he offered $10 million or something, seems
Yeah.
pretty guilty.
Right?
You don't offer money.
You settle?
Yeah, but you're texting though here? It was through text messaging and stuff?
Yeah, and there's also text messages, apologies and stuff too.
Well, there's a lot of proof in the text
Yeah,
messages.
yeah,
She's saying that
It was your first mistake where you don't
he
text
did,
them.
he performed anal when she didn't want to, so it was rape. So that's what she said. No? What? He's getting killed for age
So
difference.
that's what she's complaining about?
Oh my god. That's a big deal. That's a big deal.
What? I don't understand that.
That actually, if you're not
that's a big
prepared for that, that could be very painful.
Really?
Yeah.
Like that. I don't know. Like I said,
he didn't have permission.
I don't know.
The point is that he didn't have
I don't know.
permission to do it that way. So.
I don't know.
I think it's a pretty shitty thing for him to do.
No pun intended.
No pun.
No pun intended, because I don't know why anybody would want to do that. I don't know. Maybe I'm old fashioned or something, but to me that's just...
So people are killing him for the age gap.
What's the age gap?
He's like 54. She was 19.
Oh, that's pretty... It's legal but disgusting.
Huh.
I think it depends on the circumstances. Because I dated women like 15, 20 years older than me. I didn't think it was...
Yeah.
Yeah, but a man's more powerful, so that's a lot different too.
19?
No, but not,
Is 19 safe?
19-year-old man
Is
with
19
a
an
40-year-old
adult?
woman is a
Or
lot
still a
different.
teenager?
19's a grown up, but it's still not.
Yeah.
It's still not cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
legal.
because the person's 18 or 19 doesn't mean that they're actually there already.
No, they're supposedly not really even developed until like 21 or so.
Yeah, so,
So-
that doesn't mean much.
Yeah. And he really liked the race play.
The what?
The race play.
What's
Big black this and little white that and
Oh, gosh.
that type of stuff.
Didn't know that was happening with Shannon.
Oh, come on, you can tell.
No, I didn't know that.
Big
he was
black
in-
brother like
I
that.
didn't know he was in trouble.
What are you talking about?
I didn't know Shannon was in trouble.
Till
I
right
didn't know
now?
you guys
When
saw
did
it.
it? Yeah, when did this happen to him?
We don't know officially, but he released a statement earlier this week. So him and the girl tried to work something out. He tried to just only give her 10 mil, which I'm saying only 10 mil, but she obviously wanted more. But she's suing him for 50 mil. Same lawyer that went after Diddy, that went after Jay.
Oh,
Yeah,
figures. Figures. There's so many lawyers in the city, man.
That's it. Don't get a lawyer with a bad rap.
I think lawyers deserve a bad rap.
Yeah, I mean-
At least, if I said 1 in 10 was a decent human being, that's
high?
pushing it. But I don't know if they're worse than other humans. But they're like, lawyers are the scum of the earth.
Lucky.
Hey, what's up,
You
man?
heard about Kanye?
I heard he's doing some crazy stuff on the internet again.
what
Ah.
crazy stuff was he doing?
Listen. I probably get a lot of fake news, but you tell me what's going on and see if we got the
Are
same.
you going to tell her about
same
getting
update.
signed?
What?
He got signed.
You got signed?
What? Nah, I never got signed nobody.
What do you mean? I thought we had a deal.
Till the money's in my hand, I never got signed by nobody.
You can keep it quiet.
Nah, I never got
Kanye
signed.
has a song called Cousins. You didn't hear about his song called Cousins?
Yeah, and I heard about. Oh, I don't even want to hear. Someone told me that yesterday. I don't even want to hear nothing more about it.
had a panther.
That is. I heard it's some nasty stuff too.
Is that something you can see him lying about?
Listen, let me just tell you something. Kanye is so clever Kanye's so clever. He's a Gemini too, but he's also, as long as you're talking about Kanye, that just makes him irrelevant. Even bad press is good press. Learn that from Eazy-E. Eazy-E said it. Even bad press is good press.
I thought that he would lie about it, but now I'm wondering if it is the truth.
Yeah, don't believe everything you hear, man.
Right?
Don't believe everything you hear.
No matter how like
Oh, you
outrageous.
know what? Don't believe anything you hear. How about that?
Okay. What about Blue Origin? Those guys going to space. Some people are doubting that happened.
Nobody's going to space.
That capsule won't go to space.
Did you see the video of it live when they opened the door and then
With
they
the
closed
man
it back?
running and dropped down?
And then try to pretend like
Did
they
you see the
opened
man
door
drop
again?
down first?
No.
He was running with the thing, Bezos. Man, dropped down, did a face plant.
No.
And got up, yeah. By the time he got up, they were opening the door. And
Yeah.
Before he got there.
Yeah.
It's not real. They went in something that goes as high as an airplane.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay, so that's real.
They didn't go out of space.
Yeah, we're not in space.
They're trying to make people believe they went out of
But
space.
what about them? They went high enough. They went high enough to float, though, you believe?
Yeah, they probably went high enough to make things float.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they didn't go out of space. Because when they came back in, how come their rocket wasn't
That's
on
what
fire?
everybody's saying. There
The
was
rocket
no-
gets on fire.
there should have been
This guy
some-
goes up to the thing and pushes the thing on. Isn't the thing supposed to be burning hot?
Also, the doors were supposed to be a lot thicker.
It just came out of the turbulence. Coming down how many miles?
Yeah.
30,000 kilometers
Yes,
a month?
yes.
Come on, that's not
Yes,
real,
they said
Lisa.
apparently when SpaceX
That's not real.
capsules land, they have to actually stay away from them for 30 minutes so that all of the toxins
Could come,
get off.
yes. Yes, that's not real. Did not happen.
Yeah.
They just went for a long ride. A long plane ride. That's it.
Not even long. People were saying it was like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
When William Shatner went up there, it was only like,
And then the worst part about it, I had no idea that it was like a woman empowering thing. You can see all the ladies coming off of it?
Yeah.
I was like, what? It's all
Yeah.
girls down there, but what's going on? And then I started hearing later, oh, it was a woman empowering thing.
Well, funny enough, to
You guys
me,
gotta be careful because people are gonna use that empowering stuff and try to unpower you.
meaning what?
Sell your bullshit. That you believe that? That wasn't real. Come on, Nisa.
To me, it looked like an awesome bachelorette party. Like, it looked like a good commercial for a cool bachelorette party.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. I didn't see that. What
When
is
they
that?
were like bouncing in space and their hair was flying
Oh,
around
oh,
and everything
I didn't see that. I never
floating.
seen any of that.
They didn't see that
No.
part of it.
I've never seen any of that.
Katy Perry, what's Katy Perry doing?
People are killing
Katy
Katy
Perry had a
Perry.
flower and she was going like
Yeah.
this with the flower.
Yeah.
Like a real idiot. You're in space and that's what you're doing?
She came up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was her, Gail.
Gail King.
Who else?
Gail went?
Gail King?
Yeah,
You
Gail.
talking about the one that's
Gail
married
is
to
so
Oprah?
pissed off. Gail is
Oprah's
pissed
friend?
off.
Oprah's
People-
friend?
yes.
Oprah's wife?
She's pissed off. People
Gail
are
King?
calling her an astronaut. She's upset people aren't calling her an astronaut. She's like, it wasn't just a trip.
What kind of...
It was a mission.
Why are you doing
Stop
that?
calling it a trip. We were real astronauts. Have you been to space?
Yo, these people are losing their minds, man.
Believe that? Do you believe that? You believe it was real? Lisa?
No. When I saw them go up, I believed that it just made like an arc. So it went up and then came down. But then what was suspicious was the live video with them opening the door from the inside of it. And then them showing that the door looked different. On the original ship, the door was thicker. Like they're all
That, see what you just said right there?
Yeah.
That is your natural instinct. So you know it's bullshit. Go with that. That's your natural instinct to tell you that, hold on, this doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense, but I don't have any answers.
Because it's fake. And you're never going to find out. You know what I'm saying? Just like the space mission that they did back in the day. And they took a picture on the moon.
I had to watch
Come
that.
on, man.
I had to rewatch it.
That looks real to you? That don't look real.
Have you watched it? Actually watched the
Yeah,
entire
right, get out of
thing?
here with that.
Who was filming it in this?
Who was filming it?
In this
Thank you.
space?
Thank you.
Who filmed it? I had to ask ChatGPT. It didn't even answer. It was like, oh, the astronauts had cameras on board. No. Who was filming the actual
Yeah, landing.
craft? How was the craft itself filmed?
Right, exactly. Right. Thank you. Thank you.
You should watch it. It's interesting.
It's true though, but I don't need to because I have common sense.
I know,
That can tell me
but
that doesn't make
it's
sense.
interesting.
Because if you want to convince me that you're really going to space, put a camera in the front of the ship and watch. And let us see you going into orbit
Yeah.
with the camera on the front. It's easy. It's an easy fix, guys. That's all you have to do. Well, you guys aren't doing that. You just want to take pictures of the craft coming down and going up. That's it, eh? But no camera inside the craft to show where you guys are going.
We've known a long time ago. We've known a long time ago. He didn't just make this ship. We've known a long time ago that the manned ship's not go nowhere. It goes up, turns around, comes down. It doesn't go out of space. They've been doing that since we were on the other side of the barbershop. How come no one remembers this?
Who's that?
Bezos and them with the spaceship.
They've never actually been able to go into outer
No,
space.
they go to the edge of.
They go to the edge.
Yeah, right to the edge, and then come back down.
Listen, I don't know about
As far
that
up as you can
shit.
possibly.
The space station is the edge of space,
Right.
right?
But it's still in Earth's orbit or
Okay.
whatever, right?
Right, Pete?
It's not in outer space.
Yeah.
No joke.
Because there's no telling, you probably can't get back if you get to go to outer space.
Well, that's what I was wondering. How did they get back from the moon? What propelled them?
Exactly.
If you need to launch
need all
off
that
of
shit to get
Earth,
right.
why don't you have to
Right.
launch back
Right.
onto Earth?
Well, you just floated back to Earth? Like, get out
I
of
did
here.
the whole moon thing the other night. I had questions.
But,
I had questions.
but they still call those people astronauts. Like, they created this whole story.
They're calling themselves astronauts.
And amps, right.
When they should call themselves passengers, because nobody did anything.
No, I'm
they
talking
just
about
sat
Neil
back.
Armstrong.
Oh, but
That
I heard
space
that
mission.
Neil Armstrong too refuses to say that he did the moonwalk now.
It's like when Obama, they kept saying he said he never inhaled.
Oh,
Did you see
okay.
when he said, they said, have you ever smoked? And he said, yes, I did. And the audience went silent and he said, and they go, but I never inhaled.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
they said he never inhaled. It was such an obvious joke.
Okay.
You know, I've only smoked a few times, but I did
Yeah, yeah,
inhale.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it's the
Okay.
same thing.
Okay, so
Like, you
That
don't
was
take
Bill
jokes literally.
Yeah, he's just kind of teasing people.
I thought you meant
So what's
Trump.
happening now?
Trump wants to arrest him.
Doing it for the rich people.
They want to kill him.
They want to kill him now.
They want to kill him now.
But they're messing up their
And
system.
now there's a whole, yeah, exactly. Now there's a whole movement of like the diaspora. So Africans in the Caribbean, Africans on the actual continent, Africans in Canada and America. Everybody's wanting to like fight for this guy. Some people are asking to join the Burkina Faso army.
What?
Yeah.
I'm going to see how this is going to play out. 'Cause
I'm hoping
you heard about this
that.
guy, Jules? You know who did you talking about?
No.
Really?
No.
Yeah, he's making so much like amazing changes, and he's still pushing through, even with all the drama. Today, I just saw that he got 1,000 tractors, and they're going to be working on the roads. So tractors for the farmers, working on the roads so that the farmers can get their stuff in and out to the urban parts of the country faster and better. Free healthcare, free education, building homes, keeping all their resources, benefiting from their resources. Yeah, America wants to kill this man.
Well, America wants to kill him.
Yeah,
America wants to kill everyone.
yeah. It's frustrating. It's
Yeah,
horrible.
because he's messing with the, like I said, the bottom line, I guess.
Imagine they want to kill another African leader.
I'm not surprised.
And the new generation is saying, nah, not on our watch, not this time.
I'm not surprised. How many of them have they took out so far?
All of them.
All of them.
All of the good ones.
For sure.
All of the good ones get murdered.
Well, I go there 7 days.
They start coups against them.
They sure do. I'm not surprised.
It's heartbreaking though.
The world we live in.
Yeah. You can't even just do good?
No.
You can't even just do good?
You do good, then they want to come for your head.
Doesn't make any sense.
It's crazy.
It's not the way. Then don't bother selling us the dream. Just let us think the world. Let us know exactly how the world is.
Yeah, I agree. They're selling us a lot.
Yeah. Did you hear about how China fought back against the tariffs? Exposing how cheap all of those retail luxury
Yeah,
brands
I'm
really
glad
are?
Yeah, I like that. I like
Oh
that.
my gosh, that was
That I
such a
like.
play.
What
That
happened?
I like.
What's this one?
Louis
China
Vuitton,
exposed
all
the
high-end
luxury brands.
What's it?
China saying just buy direct from us.
They're saying 80% of luxury brands get their stuff made in China and then shipped over to the country. Maybe they do a buckle and then just put on the made in Italy, made in
I seen a
France.
video. that
And then
says-
charge people $10,000 for a bag.
I seen
Yeah.
a video that says, "This is what I wanted, and this is what I got."
And
Yo, the bag was The bag was horrible.
Oh.
It was not worth it.
Hilarious.
It's the same bag that you can get in the flea market. It's not a bag that was made by Louis Vuitton in the same factory.
For instance, a wallet.
No, this wasn't made by them.
You buy it directly from the factory.
Well,
for
you
$100.
saw though that
$80 or something.
it's being made in the factory for cheap though.
Definitely.
And then Louis just brings the pieces home
Definitely.
to Italy.
But how do you find those?
How do you find the
The,
producers?
the producers.
They're
the
on
manufacturers.
TikTok. The manufacturers are on TikTok.
When you go
saying,
look,
oh, you have to find
it's
the real
not-
ones.
exactly.
You're right.
There's- remember, there's a billion people there,
For sure.
like that's a big money market
Yes,
for them.
yes.
So
And-
many of those websites aren't real.
Yes, you're
And
right.
they're
You're right.
selling stuff that is not made in the thing. They're selling stuff that they
And
would
that's
never
not even
make.
the fake.
The same stuff you can get at Downsview.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's what they're selling.
I have an interesting question. What do you think of the fact that the White House and all the government agencies throughout the West and the East have now said that the COVID vaccine had a negative efficacy? Meaning if you got it, you were more likely to be... But now everybody's admitting it.
Good.
It's now virtually...
I feel like people that lost their jobs, people that couldn't stand with their family members.
What about people who lost their lives?
Well, they can't sue. But people
Yes, they
that
can.
were
Well-
negatively affected should sue.
Who are they going to sue? The government gave indemnity to the companies.
What about the government?
You can't sue the government.
Of course you can sue the
You
government.
have to show malicious intent. You'll never-
Malicious intent. Well, how else do you describe them lying to people about the Okay. Yeah. Well,
Yeah, that's what was said. And the other interesting thing is, did you know if you lived in a rich area, you didn't die and get sick?
So what does that mean? From the vaccine or from COVID?
From the vaccine. There were different batches.
No, that's not fair. That's horrible.
Well, no kidding, it's not fair.
That's bullshit.
And
Yeah.
because the thing is a rush to do it, so they couldn't filter out the DNA from the E. coli.
The vaccines in the rich area were.
Oh well, now they're admitting
Were very different, and it was a negative overall
efficacy.
During COVID?
Yeah. So negative effect.
The more vaccines you got, the more likely you would get hospitalized or die.
Who's bringing out this
Yeah,
information?
where'd this come out?
Yeah, who's bringing out this information?
Um,
Because I know the government's not going to tell them.
No, but the government has confirmed it, more or less. White House has confirmed it, but the study was the Montreal, what's the
Journal
Montreal
of Medicine?
University? University of Montreal.
Yeah, University of Montreal or Concordia McGill.
Yeah, Concordia.
No,
There's Concordia McGill.
which one? McGill.
McGill.
One with the medical school. So they did a study of all the data, and they produced it. And there were other studies too, but this was a really big one. There were ones of like a city of 100,000 people or a million people getting the vaccine. But this was, I think, massive, and it showed that 100%, and even worse,
Well-
if you get 5 or 6, you've now exhausted your immune system.
Come
Meaning
on.
anything.
I know people that are still getting it. I know this one
insane.
guy that's still getting it.
In the States, you don't.
Shot.
You know what?
In Canada. In Canada. Flu shot.
Probably not, because like you said, he
Right?
destroyed his immune system,
Come
so
on.
No, but it won't
he
help.
needs to get that.
So what they found out also, and this isn't new science, as you get older, old people die. They usually die of infections and stuff like that. They can't even, like a flu or a cold will kill them. Why? Because your immune system gets exhausted. What speeds up exhaustion? Vaccines. So if you get a vaccine, it's saving your life. Okay, so your immune system at 100 or 90 won't be very good, but you're not going to die at 14 or 12 or 80 or 30.
Yeah.
Right.
But now, like, the vaccine's doing no good, and you're gonna die.
Do you think it was a plan to?
No, I think it's negative.
Okay.
And they
I was gonna
also
say
now
to
there's
believe
clear
you
Take the
evidence.
vaccine?
Because there's so many baby boomers.
What are you talking?
So then why are you talking like you know?
Exactly.
You didn't even take the vaccine.
He's talking about a study that
Guess
came
what?
out.
Let me tell you something. I wish.
I took the vaccine 4 times
You did, right?
No. Why 4?
I wish I did.
because I was working.
I
I
would.
thought you just need to be tested.
No, because they were saying that you had to take it to get to be in your employment and your job and
Yeah,
stuff.
it was Hollywood.
Put it this way, me, I never wanted to take it, but that's when I was going through breaking up with a girl or whatever, and I was like, yo, I was trying to leave the country. You couldn't leave the country at the time.
Yeah.
I was told that I needed to take the vaccine for me to go to Miami.
Yeah.
But as soon as I took it, my man called me a day later and he's like, look, you didn't need to do that. All you really had to get was a COVID swab and you could have came. So look, I took the first one and then when I came back, everybody kept calling me to take the second one. And listen, I wish I never did. Wish I never.
Sick?
Listen, the first one I never got sick because I was already sick. I was going crazy, so it didn't affect me. But second one I took, swear to God, and guess where I was? I took it and I came here to get my hair cut. So I got my hair cut probably at 11 o'clock on that Friday. I was at pharmacy in St. Clair area roughly, in a house. We were on a back porch and I was so sick. Like I was sick, like I swear to God, like I was sick, like I felt like I couldn't get rid of it. So it was like probably about a week and a half going through that before I got my hair cut. So about a week and a half, then I got my hair cut. And I felt like this sickness was not going to go away.
I tested positive for COVID 4 times and wasn't sick.
Oh, eh?
No.
Yeah, because you got
But everybody.
And the vaccine never
No, put it this way.
The vaccine never made you sick.
I know I had it, COVID, a bunch of times and everything, but I never really got it till
You got the vaccine.
they injected it in me the second time. For sure.
I believe that.
Well, everybody's had COVID.
You know what strain you got? Pfizer?
No, Pfizer.
I think the Johnson & Johnson is the one that's the least.
Johnson & Johnson was a good one.
Yeah,
was
it's the one that's not mRNA. It's
Yeah,
traditional
that's
vaccine.
I think I got Pfizer.
One and done is the Johnson & Johnson.
They all should have been one and done.
Johnson & Johnson was the
They all should have been one and done.
the one and done. But they didn't want you to get the Johnson & Johnson up here.
It's
No,
like
no,
everything
no,
else.
we don't
They're not in it for the
recognize
cure.
Yeah, we
They're
don't
not
want.
in it for the
We don't
cure.
recognize that one. We
They're
want you to
in
get
profit.
these two:
Yeah.
a Moderna
Yeah.
or Pfizer.
Where you need a schedule.
The only two.
Remember
No,
they're saying,
say
you
that,
know,
but
sick people
I
are going
swear
to
to
need a
God, I
vaccine
think I
every
got
year from
Moderna
now on.
and Pfizer.
Yeah.
I think I got both.
After they said you can get both.
Well, look.
They were trying to make
Well,
it
Yeah, and
definite.
you can mix them too.
Yo, uncle.
Yeah, mix them. It's
Uncle.
not a problem. Yeah, you can mix After them. they said, oh yeah, you can mix them. Yeah, we ran out of vaccine. You can mix them. Don't worry. It's okay. You mix. Yeah, it's still acceptable.
Yo, that shit's crazy.
Everybody
Come on,
was
man.
under pressure.
Even people I love, bro. I
Yeah.
was like, are you crazy?
My family was split.
Did you get it?
No. But I had my own store at the time, so I didn't have to.
You're already the boss. So you make your employees get it or you don't care. Did you make, hold on.
Of course not.
Hold on.
No.
Exactly.
That
I'm
would
gonna
be
ask
the
you.
ultimate.
No.
Did you make your
No, no,
employees
no.
get it?
No.
So Pete,
That would be almost evil.
big gangster question for the house on Cotton, right? While we live on
Yes.
talking and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
So, with the shits, talking that drink. So listen, did you make your employees?
That's the only reason I got it. You forced me.
You gotta sue him.
Yo, Pete,
Some people.
yes or no?
Some people.
He didn't even
Okay,
get it.
good. I didn't think so.
Big no, bro.
I didn't think so because guess what? I remember when the place was shut down. Okay.
Oh,
And,
man.
yo, statute of limitations up on the COVID shit. So don't worry about
Is it? I don't know if it is.
So guess what?
I don't know.
I hope not. I hope it is. I was doing
remember-
on passports.
You guys had the windows blocked out when you were still doing cuts. No, baby?
Yeah.
No.
Pete?
No, we weren't.
No?
Yeah, I don't know if it's up here. I'm not even ready to admit to the stuff that I did.
And in the end, look.
Yeah. Imagine.
And they're like, all right, you know what? Forget it. Let's not even talk about it.
Never mind. The fact that we went from death toll every day
Right.
to never mind.
Yeah, exactly. I thought it was important how many people are dying, and all of a sudden now it's not that important, eh?
Or how did we go
They had the
from
ticker. Remember they had
thousands to death?
the world ticker?
Terrorism.
Every minute someone's dying, like the stock market.
Terrorism. I literally had to stop following Canadian news.
Oh my God.
All right, you guys ready to? Are you guys ready for election Monday?
Am I ready?
Federal election Monday.
I'm not voting.
What?
I'm done voting.
Really?
Yeah.
Thought process. Share with us.
I'm old enough to know better now.
Okay.
I'm old enough to know that
This never works.
Okay.
Whoever is in power, we're gonna complain about. There's always something that they're not doing right. See what I'm saying?
She don't vote, right, Pete?
So I'm not getting involved.
I never
I don't
do
wanna be
either.
involved.
I never do either, bro. And listen,
You guys do.
hold on.
They're gonna do whatever they want anyways.
You know how many
I
people
voted twice
try
in my
to
life.
convince me to vote and do all that? Even exes I've been with, family and all that, they try to convince me to vote and be involved in the politics and this and that. Let me just tell you something. When you come from where we come from, whatever they're doing doesn't affect our community. Okay? Like guys like right here. Because they don't give a fuck about the small people. They never help us. The only politician I really ever did see in the hood and out there when there was that ice storm and everything was Rob Ford. And I don't care.
In fairness, he was just
And
scoring.
guess what? And I don't care. I know he might have been doing it for publicity or whatever.
No, he was doing it to score.
But he was actually in the hood and he was handing out $100 bills
Oh, I remember him doing that shit.
in the projects, door to door.
So that's the type of politician
I've never
you
seen
get
that before.
behind.
I've never seen that. That's something different.
What
See I'm saying?
would
Wanna
it
know
start
something?
doing a
That's what I
candidate
call the
and a
peop-
party?
that's what I call the
What are you
people's
looking
champ.
for?
Right?
I'm looking
That's
for
what I
people
call
that
the
have
people's
common
champ.
sense.
No?
We talked about this already.
Like,
I'm looking for
real?
politicians that have
Like-
common sense.
Like
Not
a
are
politician
not just in it to
Common
line their
sense
pockets.
party. I think that's what
Yeah,
we want.
not just in it to line their pockets and hook their friends up. I know that's how politics works. It's
Doesn't
no
have
secret.
to. Doesn't have to.
So then change the system then, man. You gotta
It
shut that down.
doesn't. So I remember you said you want change.
Yeah,
So you're voting, and you're voting for change.
I voted already.
Me too. Okay. So I was gonna go through what the parties are promising, but if you voted, I voted, Pete's not voting. Maybe there's no point in going over what the parties are promising. What does your ideal party, ideal politician look like? Your ideal party and politician. What do they look like? What do they sound like? What are they promising? What are they doing? Your ideal party and
Everything,
politician.
everything that we're not going through now, he's saying he's gonna change.
By mistake, so I went and voted. And then the second
And
time, there was an issue that I was a lawyer at the time.
I don't know if I believe him, but I believe some of the things he says. And here's the thing, right? Are we ever gonna find a politician where we agree with everything they say?
Yes, I'm hoping so. Do you think that's possible?
That's not a thing.
You're saying that's not possible.
It's not possible. There's gonna be one thing that the guy does that you're gonna be like, oh.
Exactly.
But you know what? Everything else,
New York. What's up, baby?
you know, tit for tat.
NYC in this place.
That's how it
Where you
goes.
from in New York?
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn?
from
We got Brooklyn in the house. Yo, listen. We got my man Ajax from Brooklyn over here in Cotton. Let me just tell you something. You see what happens? When you come to Toronto, you have to come to the shop because this is where it's at. Look at me. Come on, man. You know, they want the 3, they want the 13. You want me to bring back the Chris Brown Jesus? What she want me to do out here, huh? She want me to do out here.
How much you want to bet you guys are going to complain? All the people that voted? How much you guys want to bet you're going to complain again? And it's the same thing over and over and over. That's what I'm saying. I hate repeating the same thing over and over. I'm sick of it.
It's a non-recourse loan. It's forgiveness.
Yeah, like,
So
it doesn't
I
work.
have hope in politics. I have hope. Look at what's happening in
you
Africa.
have the assets. Okay,
It
cool.
can get better.
You get the money. You build the towers. You get the property.
Yeah.
We just have to get people that care to be in politics and to
How
stay
is that allowed?
true.
Like, that's literally
It's just, it
communism.
feels like
They're taking from the poor people, giving to
the
the rich.
closer
Like,
people are, the more they're investing in people, the less
and if you vote
likely
for one politician,
Yeah.
position of
that
power.
rich guy will get it. If you vote for another one, the other rich guy gets it.
I just feel like
So what did you do with Dannystown? Everyone-
history just keeps
Sit down,
repeating
figure it
itself
out. Like, why
over and
don't we-
over because
You don't
us
need, no, 10,000 people did it.
the public,
1,000.
citizens,
1,000,
whatever,
and they have to change
are
society.
still following the path that these
I think
guys
the
are leading
states
us
have
down.
been-
They're telling us how we're supposed to be
They
living.
push them through. They
Bullshit.
I don't care if I
I'm one man, but I wish I could reach more people and say, yo, you know what? We gotta start thinking differently, man. Don't fucking follow these guys. And that's when change is gonna happen.
Because even if you're right, regardless of who's in power, if
But it
we
looked like
on
this
the
in the
on the
60s too, I
ground
Yes.
actually just start moving
Yes.
and doing
Don't vote.
they'll
How
try
about
to
not
keep us-
going-
keep
don't-
up with us.
Don't vote. How about nobody go vote? And then what are they gonna do?
They're gonna vote themselves. You
No,
don't even
no,
Nobody
whoever
vote.
actually voted,
say, you
any
know what?
people that voted would be the ones that decide who's about.
Right.
That's how democracy
Leave it to the people. The power should be with the people, man. Not the individuals that are. Yeah, like get out of here, man. You're representing a bunch of You're not representing me because I don't know you. You know what I'm saying? You don't know how I live and what I'm going. You have no idea. So
I was even gonna read the party platforms, but as I was like doing the research for it, I was like, do people even really care about some of these issues?
Right.
Like some of these issues
Right,
that
exactly.
we're choosing to discuss
Exactly.
aren't number one or two on people's
Right.
real list of like stuff that they
That's right.
want the government to change, stuff
Yes.
that they care about, stuff that affects their lives.
exactly. They come up with their basic stuff like
Yeah.
housing,
Yeah.
homeless. Like it's just the same script.
But nothing
Get out of here,
changes.
man.
They
Yeah,
talk
this-
about it. They don't do anything.
That's what sucks about it. Good
It's actually gotten worse.
Yeah.
It's gotten
Getting worse
worse.
every year.
That's what I'm saying. So,
So you're just not.
like I said, vote if you want.
No participation.
I don't see it getting better.
Like,
Yes.
it's way worse. Look at, I mean, when
do you have a box for this?
no. Okay, threw that in.
You've been downstairs this whole time?
You look good today. Well, you look good all the time, but.
Is everybody going to watch the game? It's quiet.
I cannot take my eyes off of.
Okay, so what's going on with politics? Voting, not voting?
Just she's just good at that, eh? She's good at those segues and all that kind of stuff. Politics. What about it?
Election day, Monday.
Don't know.
You participating?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, cool.
Are you?
Pete, I voted already.
Oh, you did early. I missed the early. I forgot about the early voting. I
Yeah.
should have done it.
So did Panther. Pete's
Spelled
Pete's done. He's not
J-O-O.
playing the game
You don't
anymore.
like the idea.
You
He's
voted?
out.
I'm out the game.
No, he's
I'm not
out.
playing you
He's
guys.
out. He's
You guys
officially
play.
out.
What do
You
you
guys play
mean?
your game.
You're not gonna vote?
You guys play the politics, these guys are playing you guys.
Oh no.
What's up?
But you can
I'm not
select
in
who
it.
you
I'm out
want.
the game.
We need a revolution. We really do.
How are you,
Wait,
sir?
hold on. Wait, hold on. This is a good subject.
Hot TV, what it be? Come on, man.
Done with voting.
Voting for what?
Hey,
What are you voting for? What do you think's gonna happen when you're voting? You're gonna
It does
they're gonna
count.
pick, they're gonna pick your politician, and you're still gonna complain. Because he's not gonna do
No, I know what
anything.
you're saying. But
not
then the
working
argument,
for
the argument
you.
would be then
Everything is
Bro,
good.
things are actually worse now.
The
After
arg-
all this voting and
I
the
get
politics.
that. But then the
Things are
argument,
getting worse? Why are they
but
getting
then my
worse?
argument to you would be then you should run for politics.
No.
You're a leader.
System,
be the change you want to see.
not with this
Be
system
the
though.
change
This
you
is-
want to see.
I'll vote for you.
Yo, they gotta get rid of this old
I trust
system
you.
though. They gotta get
I
rid of
would.
this old system.
I know you'll
How old is
do
this
what's
system?
right, right?
1800s
So-
or
Okay,
17,
so what does
1500s?
the new system look like?
I
If
vote
it
for
can't
you.
be changed by new people,
Yeah.
what
Run.
does a new system look like?
Bro, let's
Because
form our
I
own
like the
party.
idea of you running.
Let's form our own party.
The new system,
Yes.
City Councilor Pete?
people,
Or Pete for
actually
Prime
citizens, citizens are actually involved. We send out surveys to people. We say
referendums.
right. We
Yeah.
send that out.
That's how
We
it
get
should
people's feedback.
Yeah.
See what's
That's what
really
democracy
important.
is supposed
That's it.
to
And then we do that. Simple.
The last referendum.
Oh,
we
food
had-
prices are too high? Okay, we gotta figure out how we're gonna get
Yeah.
food price. Okay, maybe if we cut this down.
Do a
this,
referendum, this is what
we'll
we
get the
want,
prices
that's
down.
it.
That's, I think that should be politics right there. Not just get in there, line your
But
pockets,
referendums
raise
are
tax,
like a nuclear-
raise gas, raise this, do this.
Yo, yeah.
they're
Oh, we're
handing
gonna
out-
cut taxes. Da, da, da. You know what? Here, okay. Yeah,
Do you
I
understand that
agree.
rich people don't pay
I
taxes?
agree with
That's
you.
the problem.
What? Say it
Rich
again?
people don't pay taxes. I grew up in
I-
Forest Hill. No one
okay.
in Forest Hill pays taxes.
If
Period.
you're a
Rich
politician,
lawyers, successful lawyers don't pay taxes.
your what do you call it? Term
Yeah,
and income
yeah.
should be tied into based on performance.
Okay, but then who gets to rate your performance?
Us.
The public
Well,
rates
that's
your
how-
Yeah,
performance.
because you can actually gauge it. You can actually see what's happening. So if I'm like, say, Poliver, and I'm saying, oh, I'm going to,
Anything, yeah. Well,
Whatever the
this,
policy
it
is,
doesn't
right?
happen, yeah.
and we're like, okay, that's your pitch, because literally
Yeah.
we're the bosses, right?
Yeah,
So they're pitching to work for us,
yeah.
right? So we have to hold them. Okay, if you work for a corporation, your career is tied on success of that corporation, right? So if I'm the president of, say, Apple,
Yeah.
my income
It's performance.
is performance based.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, so it should be the same for politicians.
right. So it should be like politicians, because if they're running a country and they all say they're businessmen, because remember, people like to vote for businessmen for some reason.
Yeah.
But then when a businessman gets into the fucking position, they fucking swap.
Well, what do we think about how Mark Carney handled Trump?
I don't know how he handled. What do you mean handle Trump?
How he handled the tariffs. I heard that he was really
okay.
smart with
Yeah.
flipping it around. Trump's no longer calling Canada the
Strategically, Carney would be the smarter one to handle the tariff process.
Yeah, because he's
Because
an
he's already
economist,
right, and not just an economist, because he's actually worked in the financial sector,
Yeah.
running
Yeah, he's been the
large
governor of different
financial
banks.
right.
Yeah.
So economists do miss certain nuances of society,
Like
so
the people
because they're very
that-
number
Yeah,
driven,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So, and based off of history, you know, on their charts, they see, oh, this time it happened this, and so this is what we do. Like, no, there's nuance to it, right? But
Do you mind us asking who you're going to vote for?
Paul, I don't know yet. To be totally honest, I really
Really?
don't know.
Doesn't matter, Kev. Put it in blind, bro.
No.
Doesn't
I
make a
vote
difference, buddy.
strategic though. When Trudeau first ran, I voted for him. Right? 100% I voted for him. The second term, I voted against him, but not against him for him to lose. I voted for the other party to gain seats.
Yeah.
So that way he has to work with them. They're now the official opposition, or even the minority opposition, and they needed those 10 or 12 extra seats. You know what I mean? So it was
So-
strategic voting, and that's why I love about Canada compared to America,
Yeah.
because it's a two-party system there, and we can actually hold our leader to the fire.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We can have a no confidence vote.
Yep.
Nah, we don't like that. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I'm actually
Election process.
upset that us as Canadians are so viral or vile against our own
Like,
Yeah.
parties.
I don't
Yeah.
see
Right?
the
Like,
we don't
younger
get as
generation
excited.
voting. I don't see them going to ballots and dropping
Well,
ballots.
because
in
they
the ballot.
haven't, I
No,
feel like
see,
they
they have
haven't,
to figure
they
out a way to
haven't engaged or
Yeah.
captured the
That's what I'm saying,
imagination
this
of
old-
younger people.
Old
has-
system. You
it has-
gotta
I
go
never
line up.
really
You
know.
gotta
Has
put
to
your
be
ballot
done
in.
with P.
Are
Has
you
to be
kidding?
done
We're still doing, what is it,
That's
Stone
the
Age?
safest way. That's the aspect of it, because if you digitize it,
It's
have
old
to have
and
it
it's
secure.
broken.
right?
Yeah.
Old and it's busted.
And that, if you were able to digitize a voting system, then that means you have the securest friggin' system in the world.
Digitize it, but also give people,
Because how are you gonna
candidates
protect
they're
that
excited
from-
about.
Bro, the
Infiltration.
CRA has a thing. You can't just go on the CRA site. So tie it to the CRA then.
I love that.
It's
a
a simple
very
thing.
good
Tie it to your
is
CRA
anti-CRA.
account.
No.
Yeah, no, I
They
like
got
that.
hacked, bro. They got CRA, they had to admit that a whole bunch of people, like 30,000 people's information freaking they lost or whatever.
Ah.
The safest way to do it now is the archaic way of manually going to vote.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And it's hard to corrupt that because it's a lot of work.
I feel like we
To
just have to
corrupt
get
that.
people excited
I mean,
about
like-
politics and politicians.
Yeah, you're missing out on votes though.
Huh?
Not everybody gets to vote like that though. Because people have to work. It doesn't work for people.
No, that's not true, bro.
What?
In Canada,
You're allowed time off
the way
to
our
go
system
vote.
is set up,
Oh, they want you to take time off to go
You
vote.
can take time
Election
off to
in
vote.
Canada
You see?
is one of the best.
Legally,
That-
you can.
No,
You're
honestly,
entitled to it.
Canadian
Why?
politics are powerful.
Because just like you said, you
have
just
the
said
best-
it.
we
But
have
you're
the
not
best-
entitled. But you can't.
You can.
No, but now we have the best voting system structure in the whole world.
Okay.
Period.
Well, what
I'm
I do
standing on
appreciate, because in the States,
The way
you know they're
we
fighting
do it-
just to get people to show ID.
Bro, and they don't have ID.
Which is ridiculous.
Like that's, I'm like,
Yeah.
wait, you're
Like,
saying it's
come on.
racist because you don't want to
Yeah,
put in a
which is
law
bullshit.
to have to present ID.
No,
And
that's,
I'm like,
that's the
wait,
Democrats trying to get away
I
with
don't
stealing
know no
votes.
one that doesn't have ID.
Yeah.
No, but it's both sides though. They do both sides. They play-
Whoever.
They do
It
both.
doesn't make sense that you don't
Because
show
a lot
ID
of white
to
people
vote.
in America
That's
don't have
insane.
ID. So it's
Okay,
like,
please
how do you
put
not?
your ID together.
So we have the best system, period.
Yeah.
And
No,
it's
I've got confidence in our system.
Undebatable. Our structure of our
Yeah, of course
our
you did.
voting system-
And you had your voter's card.
And my address.
Did you have your voter's card?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It comes to
Exactly.
your house.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if it don't come to your house, you can go online, check your registration,
It's definitely a
and
system
change your
that can be
address,
copied.
and now you can go vote in
It's
that
definitely a
neighborhood.
system America should copy. But in order to get people like Pete back to the polls, again, we need new candidates.
I think, yeah, that's the problem. It's not the system. It's
This
the
is it.
candidates.
I do
It's
see
the
that
candidates.
it's candidates, yeah.
So
Why don't you run, Lisa?
I feel like Pete should
Exactly.
come
That's
for
the-
I run. I feel like someone like
No.
Pete, who's been a business owner for 30 years, and I will. But I feel like Pete could run.
That's this is a game. I'm not playing a game, but I'm still gonna vote though. I'm still gonna vote.
Give me final word on election night in Canada.
You're asking me about election night in Canada?
That's right. It's Monday. People are going to the polls. What's your final word on it?
Good luck. I hope you make the right choice, and I hope you get exactly what you're asking for.
That's a good.
Let's talk about police.
cares?
Sorry. What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Bun them.
No.
World class.
How are the Leafs doing?
3-0.
Come on. The Leafs are 3-0 and you're saying what now?
Barely.
Stop.
Barely. Overtime.
Enough.
2 games after taking overtime. Get out of
Games
here.
overtime. It could be.
Yeah.
It could
So
actually be the opposite way right
Yes. Thank you very much.
now. They didn't win it
They didn't win no
convincingly.
convincingly.
But they
No,
won
no,
it, and
no.
that's all that matters,
They're
guys.
really-
Come on.
They
But
won.
to Ottawa too. A rookie playoff team.
Okay,
A
so
rookie-
who are they in the
Ottawa.
series with? Oh, Ottawa.
Ottawa Senators.
Senators.
Battle of Ontario.
Come on.
What's the battle for them, alright?
Battle of Ontario.
But it shouldn't be. We should be killing them.
And they're not.
And they're
Barely.
not.
Really?
Yeah, we have to win both games in overtime. That's not convincing.
Yeah, but one more and they win it.
One more and it's over. Yeah.
And
When
then,
is that game?
And then Florida tomorrow. Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Come on.
And then
I'm
we
gonna
have
be
to-
watching it.
Is Florida beating Tampa Bay?
Yeah, man.
Three games too?
I'm not sure about that.
This is the year, you guys.
But
The cup.
Florida is a real
This
test.
is the year for the cup.
Well, you know what? If there's any time we had a team, this is probably the best team I've seen so far.
Come on.
I never seen a team when a team's so good and the goalie's good.
Come on.
There's always something
Yeah,
off.
the goal is amazing.
There's always something off. There's no defense.
Yeah.
There's no goalie. Okay, but they can score. And then there's no scoring. And then there's defense. And then there's a goalie. But now we finally have the pieces. So let's
This
see
is
what
what
they
I'm
can do.
saying. All the way, boys.
They shouldn't have no more excuses.
All the way. I feel like they just stopped playing at some point. When I'm watching, I feel like they can be aggressive, but sometimes they just don't get aggressive.
And that's what they did in the playoffs.
I hate that shit. Like, I can't handle it.
That's what they did. They were leading both games. They made
Yeah.
the team come back.
Like, yeah.
So Jalingo has every right to be.
No.
To be,
you can't. Just don't even put that energy on them, please.
You know, but you
Just
know
take
what?
it all the way.
He's a world-renowned Leaf hater. You shouldn't have asked the question in the chair because I can't even say anything because even the guy was on a podcast with Wendell Clark and fucking
Gilmore.
Doug Gilmore,
Wow.
and the guy was not. He didn't change and become a Leaf fan. The man stayed a Leaf hater, bro. The people them called him and said, "Oh, you're the renowned Leaf hater." That's what the professional guys call him, guys. So you know, if the players themselves can't change this guy's mind, no one will.
So
The
what
man-
is it?
the man
Is it
sat
because
down
he's
with the
trying to
players.
be bad, and he can break down why they're always bad? What's going? Okay, so how does the team look this year to you then?
This year looks the best year that I ever seen.
To me, they're the same. You just gotta. There's nothing changed.
So what needs to happen then for them to actually make it?
Nothing. They don't have heart players. They don't have the players with heart. All I worry is about their bag. They're just worried about the money. They're not worried about nothing else.
Yeah,
No, but they got money now.
they got money, but they can play harder.
They got money, so let's see what they can do now, right?
Okay, we'll see what they do.
So what? You just refuse to
No,
ever
because
believe
listen,
the
Lisa,
franchise? Because they
this
are
year-
the wealthiest franchise,
Because
right?
this goalie named Stolars, I don't know
Yeah.
where the fuck they stole this guy from.
Yeah.
Oh, where'd he come from?
Okay.
Panthers. He's a backup. He's a
Give him
backup.
a ring.
Yeah. And they grab him.
And he didn't even get to play last time.
No.
So he's
the backup for,
So he's pissed off about that.
Why didn't you
Did
get
we
to
sign
play?
him? Did we sign him?
Yeah, man.
How long is he a Leaf for?
Oh, I don't know, but they signed about him and like I think him and 2 other guys or 3 other guys.
They stole that guy, boy.
Yeah, man.
That guy's good. That guy's better than the Wall. The Wall can't even get back in the net.
Oh shit.
Our goalie named Wall, he was supposed to be good, but he can't even get back in the net because this guy's so good. But they need to stop making people come back on them.
The new one is fired. Where is he? He's fired. West Coast is scary. Stop. West Coast is scary. They don't want to go involved in the finals. Check it out.
Yeah, man, but go Leafs go. Sorry.
Go.
Gotta have some hope.
That's Jalingo's.
I feel because I'm watching this year, this is like the year.
If the league makes to the finals,
It is, Lisa.
and our goal is here,
If we ever had any chance, this is the time.
that we win. You know that, bro. As a hockey player.
Don't worry, because when they win, don't think that this guy's not going downtown. He's gonna go downtown. He has to go downtown.
Sorry. Leafs win the cup, and then what?
You're crazy. That not gonna happen. Move your bum. Listen,
Leafs win the cup, and then
that
what?
not
Okay, listen, hold on. Leafs win the cup. You gotta go downtown.
No.
With
no,
me.
No, no, no.
If Leafs win the cup, you gotta go downtown with me.
Actually, no. If we're his friends,
Jersey now.
we have to protect
My
him.
jersey.
Now, you might get hurt down there.
We have to keep him safe. You know, lock up.
They might
kidnap him,
no,
bro.
they might use mob mentality and storm him.
Paint his face.
There's Jalingo! Get in! The whole crowd starts chasing him.
You're no Leaf hater? That is so funny. So yeah, so they'll be the
No, but
Leafs
he does. I get rid of him. He started out with me.
That's funny.
And he technically has been right for a long time.
That's why you can't really say shit.
Well, that's the
Because
bullshit.
he's right.
But
He's been right.
don't put that negative energy on the team, is what I'm saying.
Nisa,
Come on.
Nisa, he's always been doing it.
Yeah.
As long as I've known him, I've been cutting his hair for 20 years. Nisa, the whole 20 years I've been cutting his hair, he's been doing it.
He writes in capital letters.
He's not new.
He been done do this. He know what he doing.
When I seen the man on the podcast
Honest to
with the
God.
Maple Leaf legends,
Come on.
I was like, okay, he's gonna change his story. Nah, bro, the man stuck to his story,
You
bro.
have to. If you've got facts and stats, that's fine. But you have to have some hope.
It's historical. It's undeniable.
No. And the Leafs go. Are you rocking this for the Leafs?
No, I'm
Oh,
rocking
too
it.
bad.
I'm rocking this for Jeremy. Rest in peace, Jeremy.
Okay, good.
Love you, kid.
Goalie this year is a game.
Thank you for watching another episode of Shop Talk. Please remember to press that subscribe button down at the bottom. Peace.
I did it.
Take it from there, Kevin. Watch out, man. Try to clean up. Take it somewhere else. Thank you. Sure, do it again. Do it again, the machine. For some reason my phone don't like the charger, bro. I don't know what it is. Kevin, what wire are you putting in your phone? iPhone wire? Yeah, sure. Because the last time you did the same thing.
I knew he was a king. I didn't know he was a king anyway. For when we bucked up and I seen what you was doing, like I was before, I was hearing your rap, like you videos with you. I was just so proud. For that, man, because you're swaggy, you're swaggy, you're on point. And the way you carry yourself, you know what I'm saying? Whoa, listen, let me just tell you something. On my mother's fucking line, if I'm lying, I'm dying, when you drop, I've been doing this shit since grade school. When you broke, my ears just like, ah.
That's